Today I'm at Universal College Lanka, better known as UCL. Today on High Exclusive, we are speaking about the opportunities the students have here when you walk in through the doors in terms of education, in terms of visiting new countries and seeing your life there. So many opportunities for you to look forward to. So today I'm speaking to the leadership team. Now these are the guys who are taking the biggest part of the chunk in running things around here and at the same time opening new avenues for students to be a part of. So with me I have the CEO, I have Mr. Gihan Silva, thank you for joining me. I have the COO, Mrs. Erandi, thank you, and also Dr. Dhananjay, who is the Dean of Academics here. Thank you so very much. Now, important topic I need to ask, running an institute is not an easy task because you have kids and we are literally feeding them with information and we are setting them out there. When you took up this challenge or when you wanted to do this, what are the things that you want to nurture here?
We at UCL, we are considered the premier transnational higher education provider. In our team and the rest of the team at UCL, we firmly believe in quality education. We have an uncompromising commitment to quality, and that runs across all that we do here at UCL,
Right.
from achieving academic excellence to the extracurricular activities we offer to the facility here at UCL. And so we firmly believe in the term quality, and we offer nothing other than quality education for the benefit of the youth and the next generation or the future leaders of this country.
Yeah, and I was just going through your portfolios and you all have had multiple people winning international awards and at the same time coming out as scholars. Looking back, when you think of all these students who have walked in and who have followed our syllabuses locally and then to branch out and learn in a foreign language and at the same time sort of make it through, how does it feel today to sit back here and see it?
We are extremely proud of not only what we at UCL have achieved, our faculty, especially the students who have showcased their brilliance to the world. So as you mentioned, we have the proud track record of achieving 402 Monash Global Awards of Excellence. And our students have gone beyond the shores of Sri Lanka. And when they enter Monash University, compete on an international platform, they've gone on to become the best graduates at Monash University, ranked 42nd in the world.
Wow.
And so we have a best engineering graduate, a best business graduate, and two best IT graduates who have had their beginning here at UCL and gone on to excel in a world-class university. We have a similar record in terms of our British university partner, the University of Central Lancashire, where 80% of the graduates achieved first-class honours and the balance 20% no less than second-class upper. So we are extremely proud of these achievements, and for us to be able to fly the Sri Lankan flag high internationally, I think as Sri Lankans we can truly be proud of these great achievements.
That's amazing. Now when it comes to the academic side, now that's where the problem lies, because choosing the right programs, not only that, finding the right lecturers or the ones who are going to pass the knowledge, it can be a task. Because when I was going through some of the lineup of education, some of these facilities I have not even heard, and y'all are so many things y'all hold the first time. How do you all find the right lecturers for it?
I agree with you, Danu. Thanks for the question. I think it's probably the most difficult thing to run an institute, find good people to teach. But I think we have been very lucky because right from day one, I think we should thank the leadership team which has invested in this operation, which includes Dr. Harsha Alas, Mr. Bob Kundanmal, Mr. Stephen Enderby, and Mr. Zarif Munir, who from day one let us have this freedom and at the same time let us know that quality of teaching, the facilities and the support available to the students should be number one. So from then on, basically we set this as a goal for ourselves, that whoever we hire the best fit. So the hiring process, I would say, is very rigorous. I would say probably one of the most rigorous in the island. But thanks to that, we are here at the moment. All the achievements which Mr. Gihan mentioned cannot be done without, I would say, a fantastic team of teachers. Of course, inside a classroom, they work together as a team. But our teachers have some really good statistics, if you want to call it. For example, 85% of our teaching team is already a master's or PhD qualified, so that's a big differentiator. The other 15-20% are on their way to achieving their postgraduate qualifications. Many will go on to do their PhDs. This is very important for an educational institute. Apart from that, we believe in continuous improvement. So as you know, we teach variety of things, hundreds of subjects, everything under STEM. We also do business, commerce, many applied fields. So there are, especially in IT, things change every year. So our teachers need to keep themselves updated. So we encourage professional development or even improving their own teaching and learning methods, so that what we provide to our students is always the best. And the outcomes have been fantastic. Just a few which Mr. Gihan missed, I can add. We also do foundations programs in this building, which includes the UK Foundation. More specifically, it's called the NCC Education Foundation run here. And we are very proud that Sri Lankan students who studied with us have bagged the world #1 and world #2 multiple times. Now, why this is important is that this particular program is taught globally in about 200 centers around the world in 50 different countries. And when a student from Sri Lanka wins the best student award, essentially because of the results, it's not only a matter of pride for UCL, but I think for Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka as well, definitely. In terms of this ever-changing demand for new education, how do you choose the programs that you end up featuring here?
I think Erandi would be the best to answer, but I will tell you maybe a very short version of it since I've been at UCL from day one. And frankly, we should not be doing anything which is not relevant for Sri Lanka. So the programs we have chosen at the moment are a combination of the, I would say, the jobs which are in demand, the training that students need not only to excel in Sri Lanka, but globally, because these days, as you know, many students may choose to study abroad, eventually live abroad as well. But we have to be careful that the programs we deliver here are of top quality, because as you know, you can always deliver a program, but that's the reason we have partnered with one of the best universities in the world, I would say, which includes the Monash College programs, which is owned by Monash University, Dalhousie University in Canada, and University of Central Lancashire, which is based in UK. So I think we have been able to cover quite a lot, and under this we teach all the relevant programs which are industry required. There are many jobs available, and I think we will be growing in our strategic plans as well, including postgraduate programs which are in line with this. I think Erandi might be able to add a little bit what's coming up.
Add to what Dr. Dhananjay just explained, Danu, we have a good track record of engineering education at UCL. So we are very excited to offer the first and the only 4-year British electrical and electronic engineering degree to our youth starting from this September. So these kind of programs will have the local and global professional recognition as an engineer for our graduates to thrive in the engineering sphere. And we are also proud to launch the first British digital marketing communications degree for a postgraduate audience. So we are ever expanding, and we are looking at the market demand and kind of catering to what is out there for students to thrive when they go into the job market eventually.
Right. And also in terms of the students here, you also keep them actively involved in many other things. And tell me about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I think one major factor of attracting the right talent to UCL is our scholarship scheme. We actually have up to 40-50% scholarships given on academic merit, leadership and sports extracurricular activities. So if a student thrives in those areas, those are open for them to come and have a scholarship interview with us. Let me quickly touch on the upcoming events that we want to highlight, where we engage with students and parents. So on 17th of August, we have the Monash Experience Day, where we have a delegate from the Monash University, Australia at UCL for parents and students to come and engage with them, get to know the plethora of opportunities available at Monash, Australia, which is obviously a top ranked university. And 19th and 20th are the most exciting days at UCL. We have the UCL Transnational Higher Education Fair, where students get to meet the academics, the management team, go through the facilities and get specialized one-to-one consultations on their higher education journey with UCL. Then we have the Canadian scholarship scheme that we are opening from 21st of August onwards for students who are Canada bound. If they want to explore higher education opportunities with a scholarship, again they can come with their documents and get a spot evaluation on a scholarship. Then we, like I said, the two new programs, we have an exclusive engineering day on 23rd of August, where students can walk in and experience different facets of engineering education at UCL. Then on 24th of August, we have the MSc panel discussion, where we incorporate the industry experts in digital marketing communication, so that our students and future students get to experience what they will receive at UCL in terms of their master's education. So we invite all of the students to come and join us within the next couple of days.
Yeah, and it's not only about books and syllabuses, it's also about seeing the bigger picture and sort of incorporating that as well. Before I wrap up things with you guys, I would like to know, is there anything else you would like to add before we speak to the management team that's going to follow us after this?
I just want to add that distinguishing factor which we have at UCL is we are in collaboration with top universities around the world. And when our students perform, for example, let's take Monash, which is having locations in, not only in Sri Lanka, of course, our operation, which is more than 8 years old now, but in Bangladesh, Malaysia, Singapore, China, and Australia itself. So as you can see, we deliver programs which are globally recognized. And when our students do better, in fact, they are competing not locally, they are competing at a global stage. So that's a very big differentiator. And I have a motto for my team, for example, which I think goes by happy students, world-class faculty, and excellent results. So if you really look at this, if you have all this here, why go abroad? So I think that would be my last point.
Talking about happy students, we'll be speaking to them as well at the last segment. But right now, thank you so very much. We're going to be speaking to another lot of the ones who are on the front line dealing with the students and all of this and more when we do come back after the break. Welcome back to the show. We are in conversation on another episode of High Exclusive. We're speaking to the members here at UCL. Now, with me right now, I have the management team. Now, these guys are in charge of enrollment. They're in charge of great relationship with the students. They have a lot to deal with. They are more like frontline. Now, to speak more about it, of course, I have Kalhari with me. Then I have Savit, and I also have Samadhi. Thank you for joining me today. So, to start things off, each of you represent a different university that you all are engaging these students in to take up studies. To start things off, this place sort of offers such a variety to students. Tell me about how do you pick and choose a student going to an area, or do you all guide them or they guide themselves?
So when students come here, they are after usually O-levels or A-levels. So what we do here is we guide them, as you said, on which path to take. So we have mainly 4 streams that we do here: business, IT, engineering and sciences. And we have 3 destinations that they can go to, which is Australia, UK or Canada. Yeah.
That's amazing. Now tell me about the partnerships that you all have with these universities. I will start with you.
Yes, so we do have different partnerships with different universities, and all are world-ranked universities, I would say, and we are partnered with Monash University, which
So that's the university that you champion?
I'm actually handling the British programs.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, Monash University is ranked world number 42, and we are partnered exclusively with Monash University, and students can go to Monash Malaysia or Monash Australia also to study their programs. And then we do have the British programs, where we deal with University of Central Lancashire, a prestigious university with more than 194 years of expertise. And in terms of the foundation programs, we do deal with NCC Education UK, and they do offer a variety of program opportunities for the students also. And most importantly, the one and only Canadian program is handled by us, the degree program, which is awarded by the University of Dalhousie.
Amazing. Now, options are now becoming more of a requirement by students and also parents, because the world is getting smaller, so that means that we are exposed to more things. So when you sort of guide a student in taking up these kind of avenues, what do you look out for in a student before you choose or make them choose the right university and the right path?
Yeah, so specifically when a student walking to UCL, so we actually ask their preferred destination. So as Kalhari said, we have Monash University, Australia. From the UK, we have University of Central Lancashire, and from Canada, we have Dalhousie University. So we actually support them with their preferred destination, and we have several bachelor programs and foundation programs. So we guide them with maybe from the foundation to degree.
Right. Now, there are opportunities for students soon after O-levels as well. And that is sort of giving them an option of not sticking to the system that we are used to, sort of fast tracking everything. Tell me the demand for that.
So by doing a foundation program, they're actually fast tracking their destination degree. So what we offer here, we have the Monash University Foundation here. So this is actually a crash course where you basically do your A-level equivalent program in 8 months.
Right.
So that actually helps the student to
Say
prepare.
1.5 years.
Exactly, yeah.
Just to add to that,
Yeah.
Danu, so as you correctly said, it's not like 10, 15 years ago we had to go through the A-level path, right?
Right.
But nowadays the students, they do have a very fast track opportunities where they can study foundation program and move on to their degree program. So also apart from the Monash Foundation, we do have the UK Foundation as well, offered through NCC Education, which is actually recognized in more than 90 plus universities and business schools all around the world. So students will get the chance to go to study AI programs or cybersecurity, biomedical, or even psychology, aerospace engineering. All those programs are possible with these pathway programs.
Amazing. Now, any student who is here is literally studying the universities there. It's that kind of an experience. So when somebody wants to branch out at one point and continue their studies in the relevant country or the university, how can that transfer be done?
Yeah, so as an example, the Canadian university that we have, the Dalhousie University, that program is structured as 2+2 program.
Right.
So student can start the first 2 years in Sri Lanka and they can proceed the third and the fourth year in Canada. Even the Monash program, they can complete 1 year in Sri Lanka, and for the rest of the years they can migrate to Australia. So everything, when a student walk in, everything can be done under one roof, because we are supporting them with the visa process. So everything is under one.
into.
Yes.
So all the documentations, everything is
yes.
smoother, easier traction to be through. So there are 3 destinations that we are predominantly talking about. There's Canada, which is the up and coming place that everyone is talking about. Then we have the London wing of it, and we also have the Australian side to it. But each of these destinations also tend to provide different avenues. I was told that the British one allows you to do part here or full here. You don't need to sort of travel abroad, but the Australian and the Canadian sort of gives you the opportunity to go there to finish your second half. If you can speak about the 3 different avenues and the 3 different benefits, and how can one person look towards getting the guidance from you?
So for Australia, we have Monash University pathway programs. So Monash University is ranked 42 in the world for QS University rankings, and 44th in the Times Higher Education ranking. So it's a certified top 50 university pathway that we provide, and there you can come after O-levels. You can do the Monash University Foundation here. So basically this is a fast track program for your A-levels. So you cover what you require, you get the foundation that you need to pursue your university first year at Monash. So once you go there, once you transfer to Monash, you'll be familiar with the study areas and the course curriculum. So there is no, I would say, a student coming from let's say a school setup to go directly into university will be a sort of a culture shock. So what we do is we prepare them for the university and we provide them the right guidance that is needed so they can continue their program in Australia in a more seamlessly smoother fashion.
Right.
So we have actually we have 1,000 plus graduates who have gone through UCL's doors to Monash University, and we have been in partnership with Monash for 7 years now, and an impressive 400 plus Monash Global Awards of Excellence have been achieved by students here at UCL. So these are students, they are competing with students from all over the world. So there are over 100 partner institutes, and from those 100, UCL has produced 400 plus awards of excellence. So this is an impressive achievement. So in terms of benefits, let's say if you do the program here, you save a lot on money. I would say if you do the Monash College Diploma program, which is equivalent to the first year of Monash University, you save up to about 80% on course fees. So let's say you do the same first year in Australia, basically you're paying 80% more. So that's the huge cost saving, and also you're more prepared to take on the challenge when you go to Monash University. Yeah.
That's amazing. And how is it for Canada? Canada is a new avenue for a lot of students because we've always heard of British and on the Australian.
Yeah, Danu. So we are proud to say that we are the only Canadian education provider in Sri Lanka. So with us, we have Dalhousie University, Canada. So Dalhousie University is a top ranked U15 research intensive university in Canada, and also this is one of the oldest universities in Canada as well. So with us, we have Bachelor of Computer Science, Bachelor of Applied Computer Science programs. So students can do first 2 years in Sri Lanka, and then for the third and fourth year they can migrate to Canada. And the best part of this program is once they migrate to Canada, they will fall into this co-op model, which we called as they will do paid internships in global giants like Google, Microsoft, Tesla, and etc. So actually that's a good benefit for the students. And also we train students, as Savit said, we train students well during the 2 years in Sri Lanka. So actually it's a good opportunity for the students after O-levels, especially A-levels. Even the students after O-levels can do the Monash Foundation program and then join the Dalhousie program. Yeah.
Okay, so that means they have an option of either finishing it here or they can migrate and do it in Canada.
No, they have to migrate for the third year.
Sorry, let's do that part.
Yes.
So they're only here.
Only the, yes.
So that means the third and the fourth year is going to be in Canada for them. Right, and this is specifically for the Canadian Institute and also for the Australian. But for those students who want to finish everything here, and if you do have, let's say, a bit of a tighter budget, and sometimes we do, and for that we have great options in terms of the British universities.
So we are partnered with the prestigious University of Central Lancashire. It has like more than 94 years of expertise and experience in the industry, and also it was awarded as the best university or University of the Year title in the EduFuturist Award Ceremony 2023. So all the qualifications that we provide from this university is an internal qualification, which is a UGC recognized qualification as well. And also, as you correctly said, that if they have a investment issue or kind of a thing, this would be the ideal solution for them, because they can save up to around 21 million by doing the program here in Sri Lanka, right? So all these four programs, degree programs that they offer, but they have a chance of transferring in the final year to UK also. That option is also available.
Yeah.
Then at UCL, our main focus is to produce quality graduates, right, and who are industry ready. So that's why we do have the inbuilt internship program, which is like 6 to 12 months in our UCLan programs, and these students will get the chance to go to like top corporates in Sri Lanka, like Dialog, Sampath Bank, and all those IT giants, all those companies, they'll get the chance to go in and work for that 6 to 12 months. And the specialty is that will be mentioned in their certificate as well as the work experience that they have gained during the study period. Right? So that advantage is also there. And mainly then, if you take like a student who's in IT, if they want to like become a blockchain engineer or as a network architect, cybersecurity engineer, we do have the most versatile software engineering program in Sri Lanka with us at the moment. And if someone is looking at working across boundaries, of course we do have the international business program. And also you must be knowing marketeers are like demanded across any business or industries, right? So in order to produce those versatile marketeers, we do have the business and marketing degree, which comprises the best of both business as well as marketing qualifications. And another advantage a student can gain is that so these business qualifications like the IB and the business and marketing degrees, they will be able to get professionally graduate as well while they graduate from the academic qualification. Reason is they can get exemptions for the CIM qualification. And other than that, you must be familiar with the CIMA qualification, which is like tough, and you have so many levels and all that, right? But here, if you are an international business student, you will be able to fast track your CIMA qualification as well, right? And our newest introduction is the EEE program, the Electronic and Electrical Engineering program, which is the only 4-year British electronical degree that we have in Sri Lanka at the moment, and which we have developed according to the IESES standards requirements. So it qualifies to be a recognized qualification in local and international engineering professional bodies as well. And on the other hand, these all degree programs are for A-level students, or else if someone who has done a British Foundation program, they can join as well. And on top of that, if someone has done a British Diploma program, they can get into the final year of the degree. And for the students who have done O-levels, right, and they will be having a British qualification offered from NCC Education UK, which is a well-established awarding body, globally recognized one again. And this qualification is basically recognized more than 90 plus universities and business schools in the world. So there also, if the students wants to complete the degree here in Sri Lanka, they have the opportunity with the University of Central Lancashire, or else if they want to go to a different country, we'll say Canada, New Zealand, UK, USA, Japan, France, you name it, right? Anywhere in the world, these qualifications will be recognized, and to areas like aerospace engineering, computer science, biomedical engineering, psychology, all those areas can be covered through these foundation programs. And I'm actually proud to say, as UCL, we have been able to produce world number 1s and 2s for these examinations in this short period of time, because to be honest, NCC, as I said, a global qualification, it has more than 200 partners around the world, established in more than 50 plus countries, right? So our students are also facing the same examination that all the students are facing there around the world, but we have been able to produce those world ranked number 1s and 2s as well. So if someone has done their A-levels who are with pending results, they can of course join the foundation program. So if there are any students who are after O-levels with pending results, or else if there is a student who's unsuccessful A-levels, they can also join with our foundation program, and they can start their higher education dream with UCL.
Now, apart from the universities that you all spoke to me about, are there plans at UCL to further your reach in other countries or even more universities? Are you looking at those options?
So yes, so as a growing education institute, and we are looking at growing our horizons, to be honest. And even if you take the University of Central Lancashire, we actually introduce our newest program, Electronic and Electronic Engineering program, and the master's qualification in Digital Marketing Communications. Likewise, we are always looking into the market trends and identify what are the new programs that we should introduce to the market, so that the students can benefit through those things.
Now, something that we have noticed today is the fact that you have such a lineup and such different avenues for students to choose. I just want to know, what's the most chosen avenue, not in terms of university, but the path of education?
So in terms of trending degrees, I would say robotics and mechatronics in engineering is a trending one. And also in IT, we see students going into data analytics, artificial intelligence. These are the new areas that have picked up. So we actually have the pathway programs for these destination degrees, so which is very unique in a country like Sri Lanka, where you are actually, most of the institutes have a very limited portfolio. We have, once you complete the pathway programs, you have avenues for over hundreds of destination degrees all over the world, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now there is a trend that has changed a lot of ways of thinking. Now students who walk into this kind of facility is definitely going to be in a culture shock when they go to the international universities, because one, it's going to be a multicultural platform and they have to learn the skills, and sometimes our education system could be very different, especially in terms of the US syllabus or even the Australian syllabus. How do you sort of prepare the students for it?
As I said now, when we take the Canadian program, students can do 2 years in Sri Lanka. So actually we prepare them for the 3rd and 4th year once they migrate to the country. So similar to the Monash University, and also the academic panel that we have at UCL is really supportive in terms of academics. So actually we train the students well to them to migrate to whatever their destination and perform well there as well.
Amazing.
Just to add to that, Dano, as you correctly said, these are very young students, set of students, like mostly they are after O-level students with the trend, right? So when they go to different countries, it's a new challenge that they're supposed to face, right? But as a responsible transnational higher education provider in Sri Lanka, we are making sure we will be grooming them into taking up those challenges successfully, right? So basically in terms of, I will say, in the foundation programs that we mentioned, we just don't let the student go to that country. We make sure they are familiar with the culture of the country, familiar with the language, and even we will make sure to connect them with the student bodies there in the respective universities. Yes, so that type of a support we give, of course.
Amazing. So as you could see, these are all very young management team here. That makes it so much more easier to sort of approach and ask questions, and as lost you may be at times, you can ask them all the questions and get the answers. Now we have another set of people coming in. Now they are the students who are going to represent the UCL body when I speak to them about their experiences, and at the same time, are they going to say anything against these ones? Let's speak more, of course, when we do come back on High Exclusive. Thank you so very much for joining me today. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the show. On our final segment on High Exclusive, I'm speaking to two students who are going to represent all the students here. We were supposed to be joined by one more person, but he's going through his exam, so priority comes for that. All right, so I have Shenuli, that's you? That's you. And also I have Rachel. Right. So to start things off, tell me, what are the programs that you all have taken up?
So I am going into my final year of the International Business Program offered by the University of Central Lancashire.
Right, okay. And you wanted to finish everything here?
Yes.
Easier. And what have you chosen?
I did my Monash Foundation year, so that was after my O-levels, and I completed this June.
Okay. Now, let's speak about, there are universities and universities and universities. Now, it's your, how many, 4 years here. And how has it been? Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
The experience here, actually, the student life here was one of the biggest reasons why I joined UCL, out of all the many factors. But it's just being here has not only allowed us to experience things and have fun, but it also gives us ample opportunity to organize events, to create, and to be a part of putting everything together. And management staff, the lecturers, they're so easy to work with, and they're super supportive.
And is it a lot of fun, especially you joined soon after your O-levels? Did you feel like you went from one school to another?
Well, I feel like it's quite different here in terms of the experience I had.
Okay.
I was afraid of missing out because I didn't do my A-levels, so I thought I wouldn't get to be part of the usual experience.
The culture of
But over here it was so different because now I'm part of a college, or was part of a college, and I got to not just take part in events but help initiate and organize those events.
Right.
So that was definitely an experience that I wouldn't have got otherwise.
So in terms of here also work-life balance also counts, like coming to have an experience really takes you further. How has it been in your last 4 years? Were you also working while you were studying?
Yes, I've been actually working for the past 3 years. So I was doing a full-time job plus the full-time degree, plus organizing events for UCL as well.
Wow.
But they made it so easy. I was able to do it with lectures and I didn't miss any deadlines, thank God. And also working with them to do the events was just walk in the park. It was lovely.
Right. Who are the strict ones here?
They're all lovely lecturers, I will admit. No, I have to say, because it's such a transition for us to go from like the general school format to a college level. And the lecturers are so supportive, like they're always there for you through every step.
Yeah.
And of course, they have to be strict with us when we're messing up here and there. But like otherwise, they're always here with resources and they're always there ready for us to talk to. So I can't really call out the lecturer like that. They've always been great.
But at the same time, we also come from like, you know, we have recognition for some talent we may have. Do we have places to show those off here?
Yes, so many. We've had, I'm just saying, the events that they've done, open mic nights, to talent shows, to fashion shows. And we actually had a student who started the very own esports club here. So they were able to take up that initiative and have an event for it and everything. So talent is always showcased.
That's amazing. All right, for somebody who is watching, a student or a parent, tell me, because you all are the ones who are representing, why would you tell them to join UCL?
Personally, if you're someone like me, you've just finished your O-levels and you're thinking about going abroad and you're not sure where to go, I would definitely say UCL if you're like going to Australia or Monash specifically. For me, it was such a guaranteed pathway because I knew that if I started off at UCL with my foundation, I can definitely go for my bachelor's afterwards. So don't think twice about it. You may feel reluctant if you're thinking about like, how credible is this program? Is it definitive for me that when I do this, I can go for bachelor's? You can, and they also offer scholarships here. So that was such a highlight for me because you can do this with academic merit, with leadership, with sports you've done. So I personally went with academic merit and I was able to get a scholarship in here. So having all those opportunities and knowing what kind of environment it was, so I would recommend it.
For me, if you are someone who is figuring out life and not knowing what you want to do just yet, this is a place where you can come and learn what you're good at and how you can showcase your skills and your strengths, and they really help you figure out where you want to go.
And also you were working, so that gives a young adult a chance to understand, okay, I can do both here. Which is amazing. All right, thank you so very much, girls, for joining me today to give a little insight to UCL. On that note, we're going to wrap things up on Hi Exclusive. Well, if you're having any questions that you might want to ask from anyone here at UCL, you could always walk through the doors and speak to anyone here. They'll help you out in making the decision and also taking the path that's really going to fit you and also your budget. On that note, we're going to wrap things up. We'll see you soon. Till then, keep smiling.